In this video, we go over the proper installation method for the APEX Bolt-on Spindle Gusset. This video was filmed with the kwikLYNX already installed. You can also install them on a stock configured spindle with or without a factory sway bar. Step 1. Support vehicle on jack stands, chock rear tires, and remove front tires. Then remove the upper ball joint nut. If you have airLYNX or kwikLYNX, unbolt the links from the upper ball joint. If you have stock sway bar links, go ahead and unbolt them from the spindle. Step 2. Remove the brake line and ABS line from the factory brackets on the spindle. Using 2 sets of channel locks, clamp one set to the top and one to the bottom of the factory brake line bracket that is located on the spindle, and work back and forth until the bracket breaks. This will allow you to remove the brake line from the bracket without taking the brake line apart. If you are installing the gusset with no sway bar, stock sway bar links, or installing the gusset before your new APEX links, you need to reroute the factory ABS line. Start by removing the lower ABS brackets from both sides. You will need to remove the ABS line from the brackets. To do this, use a flathead screwdriver and pry the tabs open, then remove the ABS line from the brackets. Clip the plastic clips and remove from the ABS line. Now remove the brackets from the spindle. Next, unbolt the ABS sensor from the spindle, then remove the sensor from the spindle, and then reroute the ABS line out and over the top of the spindle. Then bolt the sensor back into the spindle. Next, using the factory bolt the supplied APEX ABS line bracket back into the factory lower location. Install the supplied zip ties on the ABS line and then clip them into the ABS line bracket. Install the zip ties loosely around the ABS line. This way you can pull all of the slack from the bottom up to the top. Go ahead and tighten and then clip your zip ties. Now you can move up top and remove the factory ABS line bracket along with the factory brake line bracket. Discard, as you will no longer need these. If you already have airLYNX or kwikLYNX installed, you will need to remove and discard the APEX upper ABS line bracket from the spindle. Also remove the brake line bracket and discard. Now you can remove the 2 bolts holding the caliper to the spindle. Step 3. Install the gusset. You will need to fish the gusset between the ABS line and the spindle. Once you have the gusset maneuvered into place, secure it using the supplied nylock nut. Leave nut loosely installed. In the kit, there are 4 supplied caliper bolts. There's 2 shorts and 2 longs. The longer bolt goes in the top hole and the shorter bolt goes in the lower hole. Loosely install these bolts. Step 4. Tighten the gusset. First, tighten the ball joint nut, then back off 1/2 turn. It is important that you double check and make sure there is 0 gap between the top of the gusset and the ball joint mounting surface. Next, tighten the 2 caliper bolts, then back off 1/2 turn. Next, install the C-clamp to the gusset. You're going to clamp the gusset to the spindle directly over the stock sway bar end link hole. Tighten the ball joint nut and torque to 80 foot-pounds. Then torque the 2 caliper bolts to 120 foot-pounds. Finally, you can remove the C-clamp. Step 5. Drill hole through the gusset. Be sure to use lubrication on your drill bit as you're drilling. Using a 12.5mm drill bit, drill a hole through the gusset. You will use the stock sway bar end link hole as a drill guide. Using a deburring tool, deburr the hole on the opposite side of the gusset. This will ensure that the fastener can sit flush down to the gusset. Step 6. Install the gusset bolt. This is an M12 by 1.25 that's supplied with the kit. Torque to 50 foot-pounds. From here, if you already have kwikLYNX or airLYNX installed on the vehicle, you can go ahead and remove the nylock nut and reinstall the kwikLYNX to the upper ball joint. Or you can leave the nylock nut if you're installing the gusset without kwikLYNX or airLYNX. Torque to 80 foot-pounds. Reinstall your stock sway bar end links at this time if you're not installing with airLYNX or kwikLYNX. Step 7. Reinstall the brake line to the brake line bracket. You may have to manipulate the brake line a small amount so that it will sit flush and square in the brake line bracket. Reinstall the OEM brake line clip to secure the brake line to the bracket. Next, secure the ABS line to the gusset with the supplied zip ties. Clip the zip ties into the ABS bracket. Use a pick tool or a razor blade to pry the zip tie wings out of the bracket. This will ensure the zip ties stay securely fastened to the bracket. Be sure that you pull all the slack from the bottom up to the top before you fasten the zip ties to the ABS line. Once you have tightened the zip ties to the ABS line, go ahead and trim the zip ties. Step 8. Last but not least, install the LYNX nut lock. The fork will slide over the nut on the kwikLYNX that attaches to the upper ball joint. Then insert the 6mm nut and bolt into the slot and torque to 5 foot-pounds. This video was filmed on the driver's side. You will need to repeat each of these steps on the passenger side. And just like that, your stock spindles got a lot stronger with the bolt-on spindle gusset from APEX Designs USA.